Hey everyone, Jordan here from Cinlinks.com. I'm back today with an all-new tech review for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at Wacom's all-new drawing tablet, the Wacom One. So let's go ahead and open this up, dive right into it, and we're going to talk all about it. At this year's Consumer Electronics Show, Wacom was on hand to show off their all-new pen display tablet. Now this is going to be different from the one that they introduced last year, the Cintiq 16. This is the Wacom One. It's going to be a little bit different. It's designed to be more consumer friendly, coming in as one of their cheapest pen display models that they have at only $400. I know, only $400, but it's really meant to appeal to those looking to just get started that don't quite need the horsepower that a Cintiq brings to it, but they still want a lot of the quality out of it. Much like any pen display tablet, it's pretty much just one big screen for you here. It's 13.3 inches, so a little bit smaller than the Cintiq 16 that they released last year. Right out of the box, comes with everything that you need. It comes with their X cable, which is just a fancy name for a multi-prong cable. Of course, you're going to have the HDMI port, the USB port, and of course the plug that goes directly in here. Right off the bat, I really like the look and feel of this. I like the white background, a little plasticky on the bottom, but it's not bad. It really makes it lightweight, but it doesn't feel cheap. One of the things I love that Wacom's been doing lately is it does include its own display stand, so you don't have to buy the expensive secondary display. For me, the built-in display works perfectly. Sets it up at a nice 19-degree angle, which is normally about where I have my stuff anyway. Of course, out of the box, you also get the new Wacom One pen. Now this is different from their regular Pro pen, and it's not as powerful. We'll get that out of the way now. In general, the Wacom One is not as powerful, not as robust. It's a lot thinner. It doesn't have the eraser on the back, so that's kind of a bummer. As far as the pressurization goes, you only get about 4,000 levels of pressure compared to the Pro pen, which has over 8,100 levels of pressure. So again, it's not as robust, but generally speaking, you're not going to notice a difference when you're just starting out. Now, as far as out of the box goes, that's pretty much it. You're getting the tablet, the cord, the pen, and that's pretty much it, which isn't bad. It's everything you need to get started. You don't need any extras to get started. What's really important is how it feels and how it actually works. So let's hook this thing up to the computer, get my programs up and running. We'll do some drawing. We're going to talk more about it. Okay, I'm gonna start off with just some messing around, getting used to the new tablet and stuff like that. Just some sketch work, and then I'll do some colorization on a fun little project I've been working on as well. As you can see here, I'm pretty much sticking to my normal drawing programs, which are Photoshop and Illustrator. But when you purchase a Wacom One, it does include some software for you to play around with if you're just getting started. Of them, you can get 6 months of the Clip Studio Paint program, 2 months of Adobe's Premiere Rush, which is an editing program that's designed for tablets and mobile usage. You can also get up to 6 months of Adobe's new painting and drawing software, which is called Fresco, whenever that launches. And of course, you'll still get Wacom's own Bamboo paper program, but when you purchase the Wacom One, you'll get the Pro Pack tools completely for free. So you'll have some options for your creativity right out of the box to play with and see what works best for you. I messed around with them just a little bit, but for the purposes of really testing out the new display itself, I stuck to my familiar programs, and it's working really well with those. Now, as you saw when I first took it out of the box and was showing it off, the Wacom One doesn't feature any express keys or the little touch express wheel on the side of it. Now, that's not necessarily unusual for one of their straight-up pen displays. After all, the Cintiq 16 didn't have those either. But the Wacom One also doesn't support touch gestures. That's right, this is not a touch screen. It is just to be used with the pen. So you don't have the touch gestures, and you only have the single button on the pen itself. So the normal ease and functionality just isn't there with some of the other tablets that you have. So I'm having to use hotkeys a lot on the keyboard itself and going back and forth, and some of that can kind of disrupt the flow of the drawing. Even so, the drawing aspect itself is really pretty smooth, and the overall texture on the tablet itself makes it feel like you're drawing directly on paper. The thinner pen really helps complete that effect as well, and I'm sure not everyone's going to enjoy the new thinner pen style that they're bringing with this tablet, but I love it. And the great thing about it is that you can actually use other pen brands as well. So the bottom line here on the Wacom One is I like it. It works really well. I was able to draw great with it. It feels good. It never was uncomfortable. I could draw for a couple hours at a time and not really feel uncomfortable with the hand or the feel of it. It's just definitely missing some features. One of the biggest problems I had while drawing is it's just not very bright, and because it's a lower, cheaper model for them, you don't have the same options to adjust the screen display like you do normally. So you can't go in, you can't brighten it up in the settings or anything like that. You're pretty much stuck with it. Now the nice thing is you do have the anti-glare thing on here, so even if you throw a whole bunch of light at it to brighten it up, it's not gonna glare back at you and mess you up. That said, if you do have other Wacom models, especially a pen display, there's not a whole lot of reason to switch to this one. You'll probably be okay with what you have. So really, this Wacom One is going to appeal to those that don't already have a Wacom product or their own pen display that they like, and those hobbyists that are looking to grab something that's quick, easy, and portable. While having the ability to connect it to certain mobile devices is nice, and it's nice to be able to swap out pens and have a variety of options to choose from there. It's just not as robust as some of their other products. It's great on its own, so if you're looking to pick up a brand new display tablet, you haven't had one before, I would definitely recommend picking up the Wacom One. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review today. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tell all of your friends about it. Until next time, be sure to keep it tuned here on Cinelinx.com for all your movie, gaming, and geek-related needs.